Hallo zusammen! Even though the basic things we relate to in languages are pretty much the same, the way we express them and relate to them, refer to them, whatever, can be quite different. For instance, linguistically, you might approach certain things different in German compared to English. So let's actually take a look at a few examples and things Germans would express and refer to differently than English speakers. Number 1. Mir ist heiß. Germans would typically say that when it's really hot outside and they're sweating their butts off, so to speak. If you'd translate the way Germans express this situation to English, it would be mir is hot, because mir is a reflexive pronoun, meaning a pronoun that's used for referring to oneself. The I in the English expression I am hot also refers to you feeling hot. Well, maybe also in a sexual way, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. Ha ha ha. Well, anyway, the I in the English expression is the first person personal pronoun. In German, that would be ich. Interestingly enough, you can very well say ich bin heiß in German, which is a literal equivalent to the English I am hot, but in that case it really means I'm feeling attractive and horny and whatnot. So that phrase is pretty much limited to the erotic and sexual context. In other words, whereas the English expression I am hot is ambiguous, the German expression mir ist heiß, meaning it's hot outside and I'm hot, isn't ambiguous. We'd use a slightly different expression for the sexual context. So, for learners of the German language, it can be especially easy and, well, quite simple to say I'm horny in German, even though you mean it's hot. You know, I'm sweating because of the temperatures. And I'm not sexually aroused at this very moment. No, so be careful. Number 2. Mir ist kalt. This one is the other side of the same coin. Mir ist kalt means I'm cold, and again we express this physical state or feeling by using a reflexive pronoun, mir, me, rather than using the first person personal pronoun, ich, I. As opposed to ich bin heiß being a legit German phrase you can use in a different context, ich bin kalt isn't a common expression, it isn't ambiguous. Technically, it could also imply ich bin kaltherzig, I'm a cold-hearted person, that is. But let's be honest, who would say that about themselves? Number 3. Das ist scharf. In German, the adjective scharf is an ambiguous term. For instance, das ist scharf either means this is sharp, for instance when you're talking about a sharp edge or a knife. Or it means this is hot, in the sense of something is spicy. And it can also mean something slightly erotic. Der ist scharf or die ist scharf. This would translate to he or she is sharp in English. He is hot or she is hot. Also, something can be scharf, for instance a really cool muscle car. Das Ding sieht ziemlich scharf aus. That thing looks really awesome. Again, and this makes it even more difficult and also leads us back to the first example in this video, the English term hot is ambiguous and we Germans would actually express and translate that differently according to the different contexts. You can very well translate this is hot literally, meaning to das ist heiß, but then it only refers to the temperature of a dish, and not to its spiciness, so to speak. The dish is still too hot to be eaten, but it's not necessarily a spicy dish. Number 4. Das ergibt keinen Sinn. Nowadays, many Germans are pretty much aware of the differences between the German phrasing and the English phrasing, I reckon. Das ergibt keinen Sinn would translate to that equals no sense. As you've probably figured, because you're a smart person, it's the German equivalent to the English that doesn't make sense. And even though many Germans use a literal translation of that English phrase, which is das macht keinen Sinn, this German expression actually doesn't exist this way. In German, we'd use the conjugated verb ergibt instead of macht, which is the direct German equivalent to make as a conjugated verb form. The infinite form of ergibt ist ergeben, to result in something or to equal something, as in a mathematical context. For instance, 1 + 1 = 2. And number 5. 9:30 and 42. Let's dive into the realm of numbers and the time of day real quick, and well, because I'm Vlog Dave, I've already made separate lessons on those topics as well. Check them out by clicking the thumbnails at the end of this video. Compared to English, in German and Germany we have a slightly different perspective when it comes to expressing die Uhrzeit, the time of day, and die Zahl, singular, die Zahlen, plural, the number. In English you'd say 9:30 when it's 9:30 a.m. In German though, you'd relate to that time of day, well, pretty much from the other way around. So we'd say 9:30, 10:30, which means it's 10 o'clock in 30 minutes from now. So in English you pretty much refer to the way from 9 o'clock up to 9:30, and in German you look ahead to the next full hour and that you're halfway towards that right now. If that explanation makes sense, I hope so. We also refer to two-digit numbers the other way around compared to English. In English, the answer to life, the universe and everything is 42. You name the unit position last, which is 2 in this case, 42. In German, however, we name the unit position first, 2, and then the decade, 40. We'd also add the German conjunction and in between these positions. 42, 2 and 40, translated literally. So luckily, the answer is exactly the same in both languages, we just referred to it from different perspectives, you could say. 42, 42. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and to share it with other people. And if you want to support this channel even more, check out my Patreon page. A little tip per video can make a difference and help me a lot. Also feel free to follow me on social media. I'm your Vlog Dave. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal.